All right, we're back. Rick Bowman again, and we're going to continue on with How Dealers Make Money, and this will be How Dealers Make Money Part 3. And I was trying to keep the amount of time down that we spend sitting here. But before we get going on the second half of, how the sales department works and how it profits, so I wanted to point out something, and like I said to some of you that think maybe I'm taking the dealership side, let's read between the lines a little bit in what we covered in the last video. I've always said that attitude is probably the most important thing, and when you want to get somebody to do something for you, a crappy attitude and walking in like a jackass really doesn't work. And sorry for the language, but I guess my 20 years of experience, most people learned, and I say learned because that's the way the advice on the internet comes out, is that you got to be a total jerk when you walk into the dealership, because that's going to keep them from taking advantage of you. It's going to stop them. Okay, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Matter of fact, if anything, all you're going to do is piss them off. Now, we just showed two examples of money in the last video that the dealer has. That's the dealer's money. It is not your money. It doesn't belong to you. It was given to the dealers strictly as an incentive, and they can use it any way they want. Now, if you walk into the dealership and you follow the advice of some of these supposed car-buying guru experts that are out there that have never been in the business before, and you walk in with the tude, okay, I guarantee you, you're not getting a dime of it. The other thing it proves is that the Uncle Buck theory doesn't work. The guy who's been negotiating his own car deals for 20, 30 years, and he's a master at it. You know what? There's no way that he would know if there's dealer cash on the table. So maybe he did walk out of there with an okay deal. But my question to you is this, and my whole purpose for this is to get you to think, how much did Uncle Buck really leave on the table? If there was, say, $4,500 in dealer cash, and he made him sell him the car at $1,000 below invoice, and boy, did he get a hell of a deal, he left $3,500 on the table that maybe if he would have just changed his attitude and maybe understood how the system worked, and that there was a motivation, he maybe would have got, who knows, maybe another $2,000 off. Maybe the dealership would have been happy with a $1,000 profit on the car because it was in stock for 200 days. Are you starting to get where I'm coming from? Okay. Attitude's important. And to walk in and treat anybody like that, what happens if you use that attitude and you walk in and treat a waitress, in a restaurant that way? Guarantee you somebody's going to spit in your hamburger. I guarantee you. I don't do it. I just treat everybody the way I want to be treated. And the car business is no different. So really the first big overall lesson here is, you need to fix your attitude. And we're going to go ahead and throughout the rest of this is show you the exact approach that you need to have. So let's get on with the rest of what I wanted to talk about on this one. And that we've only covered one part of it. And that part was new cars. But, hey, what about used cars? Used cars, there's still opportunities that are out there, okay? And they work a little bit differently. When it comes to used cars, there are no manufacturer programs that support programs in this way. The only exception would be maybe certified pre-owned programs where you're getting a reduced interest rate or picking up supposedly an extra little bit on warranty, even though the car's already usually under warranty anyways. Those programs, they usually offer, like I said, incentivized rates, okay, or a small extension of the warranty. The selling price is usually a little higher on those cars because there's an expense to certifying a vehicle, and it can be anywhere, depending on the actual manufacturer and the certification process, cost that goes into that for, anywhere between $200 to $1,000. And obviously that's going to be passed on to the buyer. However, there are other opportunities that are out there. Sales department is also responsible for cutting losses when a vehicle becomes aged. And you may recall in the last video that I stated that, they were depreciating assets. That's what cars are. Most of the used vehicles on the dealership lots, okay, are purchased at the auction. Okay, they're transported to the dealership, they're reconditioned, and they're put on the lot for sale. And as time goes by, and they remain on the lot, those vehicles, they continue to drop in value. Auction prices determine the value that a dealer might receive if they were to turn around and re-auction the vehicle. Let's say it didn't sell. If the time's been, say, 60 to 90 days since the car was purchased by the dealership, there could be a significant loss, okay, to the dealer, plus the re-auction fees and transport, costs back up to the auction. So what if the dealer were able to sell that vehicle, okay, at a loss to a customer? The dealer would still lose some money, okay, but the money that the dealer loses, okay, by selling it to a customer could be significantly less than the alternative of sending it up to the auction. By selling it to a customer at a loss, okay, it also creates an opportunity to make back-end profit, which we discussed in the last video. This is referred to as what they call balancing a deal. A loss might be taken on the front end. Like, let's say that maybe they're going to lose $1,000 maybe on the front end of the deal, of the car deal. But they created profit on the back end of the deal. Somebody bought an extended warranty on it. So what our objective is to identify those types of aged units. The examples that I've just given you are just a couple of ways that the sales department generates profit, okay, on the front and the back end gross of a car deal. Are you starting to see what might motivate a dealership, okay, to sell a unit below cost and they still make a profit? Well, in the next video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover some stuff about finance and how finance makes money. And then we're going to sit down in the following videos and we're going to start to create a strategy to target these aged units. And we'll catch you in the next video. I am trying to keep these short. Thanks for listening.